Hello, 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 everyone. We are live. It's your girls, Monty, Callie, and Joy, who is AKA Dory PhD today. We are going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, My Bloody Galentine. We'll play our intro. We'll get into it. And then immediately after this, we're going to log off, come right back, and do a quick Atlanta, and then we'll be done. But right now, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's get into it.
Now that's a picture.
Ain't that pretty?
Who is that one in the middle?
Yeah, she fine, honey.
All right, y'all. How's everybody today?
Perfect.
What about you, Joy? I think
Good.
Joy's on mute. Oh, there you go. How was y'all's Mother's Day?
Perfect.
Perfection. Good. Hi, Toria. All right. So we are going to just start off. Let me get my notes. So let's write the episode while I get my notes together. How would you rate this episode? 1 to 10, 10 being the bomb diggity.
I thought it was a 8.
An 8? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about, hey, Sandy, what about you? Let me find the link. It's been giving me the wrong link, Sandy. Let's try this. What about you, Joy?
What are we doing?
Say.
How would you rate it?
What is this, Atlanta, Huntsville?
Yeah, Huntsville.
It's Huntsville, Joy.
Okay. Oh, this was a 10. You lost your
A
mind.
10?
This was a 10.
All right. Tori gave it a 10,
That's
beyond
a 10
10.
all day.
What about you, Sandy? Tori, I think it was a 10, 9.5, 10. Oh, Tori said she's coming out too. So I sent y'all the link. We'll let y'all in. Let's get us talk a little bit and then we'll see. All right. So it starts off with Kimmy okay. Sandy says a 7. Didn't I tell y'all Kimmy was gonna be the bomb collector?
Yes, you did.
And Kimmy is coming off as like smelling like roses. Like, I don't understand because she has been a little shady boots here lately. So Kimmy is asking Destiny about her and Mel. Did you think
you thought the party was shady?
Yes, all of it.
Why was the party shady?
We gonna get to that. So what y'all think about Kimmy and
I didn't necessarily. You don't think she had good intentions?
In the beginning, I feel like she had shady intentions too.
Hi, Sandy.
I mean, let's
stay in order. We gotta stay
on the point that
Alexa, set an alarm for 40 minutes.
Okay, so she can stop us.
Hey, y'all, just real quick.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what's going on with the screen, but I can see comments. I just want to let y'all know there will not be a repeat of the last time. Okay.
Good, because I think you signed in as me some kind of way, so you can control stuff too. So you can share comments too if you want. If you see something you like, just click on it, and then when you want it to go off, click on it again.
Yeah.
But try that in a sec. So let's see. So Destiny said that she didn't apologize to Mel. She said, "I apologize if you felt." Do you feel like her story is changing every time, or is it the same?
No, I think it's the same.
So you
think it's the same? Yeah, and
okay.
It's true. The minute somebody says, "Well, I apologize," all they hear is "I apologize." They ain't listening to, "Well, if you think I felt that way," type thing. I don't think her story is changing. It's just being clarified when asked.
Okay,
she didn't have to.
So is that an apology if you feel that way? I'm sorry.
Yes, it is. In that
And I
situation.
think that I still
Look at Montique, hot mess.
What? I don't think
That
you should
look.
apologize then, but go ahead.
Go ahead, Joy. I'm sorry, Dory.
Go, Dory.
She didn't forgot that's her name. Look.
I think she stuck. I think she's stuck.
I was just gonna say
Yeah, she's
that
stuck.
I don't. Not only do I not think her story hasn't changed, Mel has yet to express what she said. To me, if you said something about me that got me so mad that I no longer want to communicate with you, I could tell you what you said. I don't think she said anything. I just think that, and it's okay to not want somebody in their life, that they're not
Right.
showing us the whole conversation because Destiny flat out told um Kim that she told her she didn't want her to be friends with uh both Martell and we never heard her even mention Martell. We heard her talk about Tisha, but not
Yeah,
Martell.
I didn't hear her talk about
I wish they
Martell.
would show us that whole conversation
Callie moving
because
stuff
I
around. It's
do
not
think
me.
Carlos is giving her a favorable edit.
Okay, and I agree with you, Tori, because she
I
said she
think
didn't hear
he's
my
giving
auntie
her a
talking about her.
favorable edit.
But I do feel like they were talking about her. I don't know if it was anything that wasn't said at the reunion though, but I feel like it was like, can you believe she didn't remember who she gave fellatio to? You know, that kind of stuff. I think that because it's normal. I mean, like we would have been in there like, girl, did you hear when Martell said that he didn't know if he wanted to be married to her or he wanted to be married to Coleslaw? They was in that room doing that kind of stuff. Nobody can tell me that they were not. And maybe
But
she don't
that
want to
don't
repeat that
necessarily
stuff.
mean that she participated because it could be a situation where you in the room and everybody talking, including her aunt. But she didn't
Right.
say anything because I'm assuming that the aunt was probably there to watch the baby.
But if you
So
have
if
a
you're
friend,
sitting
and I
around,
feel like this, go ahead. But I feel like this:
if
if
you're
you, my friend, if somebody feels comfortable enough to talk about you to me, then some ain't right. Because ain't nobody gonna talk about y'all to me. You know what I mean? And be okay.
um,
It's not
I
gonna
would kind
happen.
of agree with that if it wasn't a reunion type of situation. If this was a general thing and they was at home, you're talking about what was happening. Like
I understand that,
you know what I'm saying? You're talking about an
but
event. It's not like
that was
she.
I still, I'm not gonna be a participant in there, even listening. If you my girl, I'm just not. That's just me. That don't mean everybody's like me. And it's not wrong if you do it. It's just it was a ton of conversation that Destiny and Tish had. Oh, okay. Let's see. She said her aunt was in the room. Yeah, she said you didn't hear my aunt talking. All right. Where's okay? Hold on. Sandy said let her in. She gotta say something. What you gotta say, girl?
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hi,
Hi,
listen,
Sandy.
guys. Well, you know what? I'm rolling with Mel because just like Montique said a few minutes ago, if you're my friend, then I expect you to support me whether I'm in the room or not in the room. What
Yep.
she was offended was the tone that her friend
Ooh, I got
was delivering with somebody that she had fallen out with. It wasn't that the same information was. It's just that Mel didn't feel the support of Destiny, and she's giving her money and this that. Listen, I mean,
Why
I
do we
would have
know
had
that?
her back. Okay, I don't. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny did not have her back because you would have thought she was Tisha's friend. And that's what hurt Mel so much. It was the betrayal. That's it.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree with all of that. I mean, I'm with you. Your friend shouldn't be talking behind your back and all that stuff. But at the same time, Mel said it wasn't about what was said; it was the fact of who she was saying it to.
Mhm.
That's because okay, say me, you, and Joy are friends. We got the same friend circle, and Joy, we all get along. And I'm like, girl, did you hear that Callie such and such and such and such, and we talking about it? That's fine because me and Joy like you, and we
Right.
want the best for you. But if
Right.
I'm talking to Sandy and her ass don't like you,
Right.
she don't have good intentions for you. So I would not want you to talk to Sandy about me the same
Mhm.
thing that you would talk to Joy about me, because Joy
But
has
how
good
do you?
intentions for me.
But if you listen to, I can only. I'm just. We don't know what happened. I'm just
Right.
going by what Destiny is saying. If
Mm.
Destiny is talking and we know that her aunt was in there, is it possible that she just happens to be in this room?
Right. But
Now
she
she
just said
could
don't
have
talk.
left. She could have
What?
left because
Right.
she's insistent upon that she didn't say anything.
Mm.
And it's
Okay.
possible
It's
because
possible
I
she
have been
didn't,
in
but she just listened.
situations where people have talked about other people. I have nothing to say. As a matter of
Hmm.
fact, I said to myself, I ain't in it. I ain't in it. Because
Mm.
it's not also my business to defend anybody.
It's not about defending, because you don't have to defend me, but
But
you
I
could be
think
like,
that's what she wanted.
but I
If
think she
she's
should have been like,
mad
just
that
don't talk about her
Destiny,
in my presence. Like, you can talk about her all day long. It's your right. But if you're in my room, or I don't know whose room it is, but if it's her room, which her aunt was there, I'm thinking it's hers. I just don't want you to say this kind of stuff in my presence. Talk about her all you want.
And not only that, she didn't hear any words repping for Mel either. That was the other side point. She didn't hear her trying to be in Mel's corner. And it was loud enough that she could hear it in the hallway. So,
Tori said it doesn't look like Destiny really wants to be Tish's friend. She's hurt. Looks like she's hurt by not being Mel's friend. I don't know.
I mean, I don't understand why that's an issue.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
okay.
that.
You had two women that bonded because they were going through something traumatic, and the friendship breaks up. And I think women don't want to be honest about the fact that when girlfriends break up, it's just as dramatic or traumatic as when you break up with a boyfriend. Sometimes it hurts differently. I thought one of the things that I liked about Insecure the last two seasons is that they did a really good job of highlighting it. Where you had two, of course, Molly and Issa doesn't have, they have a long history, and Mel and Destiny don't have that long of a history, but it happens, and you're heartbroken, and you go
Right.
through some of the same emotions. And I could see anger. I thought Destiny was at the part of anger. You go through disbelief, you go through heartache, then you become angry, and
mhm.
you just have to get over it.
Callie's here. She is something. She's the T wants to know where you are. Say something, Callie.
I'm here. The StreamYard is messed up, so it says that I'm not here.
Right, but she's
And it
there.
shows Montique's face.
Right. So I said the same thing, T. Me and you've been agreeing here lately. I love it. No one is gonna sit in my face and talk about my friend.
Yeah.
That's just
Right.
me.
I mean,
I'm gonna
I
light the
agree with
place
that
up.
to a certain
I'm not.
point.
You're not gonna talk about my ever.
No, you're
Talk
not going
about any
I
of my
mean, I
friends.
agree with that to a certain point, but I just, I in my head, because the aunt was there, I just don't see it like, we don't really know what happened.
Right.
And I
Maybe
can
we need to
easily
figure that
see
out.
a situation where people was like, girl, this today was a mess, or in between takes or after takes, and you
Right.
playing with the baby, and people are having a conversation, and Destiny could have been changing the pamper, was like, I don't want to be
Hmm.
bothered with this. You don't know.
But
And
Mel
I'm
said
not,
she went to. Go ahead. But
no,
Mel
I
said she
don't
went to that
know.
door and told them to quit
straight
talking
out
about
the
her.
hallway.
And I think they. What did they do? That's what I want to know. What happened when she went to the door and said, "Y'all need to quit talking about me out here, y'all."
She sure
Well,
did.
another part of the problem in general is that Tisha and Destiny didn't know how separated Mel and Tisha really were.
You don't think so after the reunion? Because they got into it.
Yeah, after the reunion, I guess the reunion was
That's when
before
it
that.
happened. So T
It
just
was
said
after the
Mel didn't like
reunion.
how Tish came at her on the stage, and
Mm-hmm.
Destiny sitting in a room with her right after that didn't sit well. And
Well,
I mean, but
And Destiny would have been in the room with Mel, but Mel had locked the door at that point. She
oh,
wouldn't
she
say.
was mad. That
Yeah.
reunion was hard for her. I will say that. Especially after your
Well,
husband saying he didn't know if he was gonna marry you and not decide. You know, this just that would be hard. You know what I mean? So
The
then,
relationship between Mel and Tisha had deteriorated over the time. And especially when all the stuff came out about Martell, and because Tisha did not want to accept responsibility or be accountable for her own actions, and disbelieving, she wanted to put the onus on Mel that she was making all this stuff up rather than investigate, get her own private investigator. She even came there looking for a fight. Did you see how she
oh
was a
yeah,
pirate? Okay. She was coming for a throwdown, okay? She was planning to put hands on, okay?
yeah, she
And
walked
she
in with
was
to
her
look like it.
Air
The
Jordans.
optics.
Those
I
were
don't. Not
first
the optics.
generation Air Jordans. Okay, they were. I checked them out. So she done brought the Air Jordans. She was the only one up in there dressed like that. She came to start trouble. But if y'all like those pink pants, you can get them at a Fashion Nova for $26. Just FYI.
We don't want them. But okay, here's the pink pants. If y'all want to see.
Message
Yeah.
from Dog Center Kimmy. Message is 18 bar Mo Hard
What
Dog.
is that?
Please let
Sandy,
us
your
know
phone
about
was
your
on.
experience with Erica Ashley.
still.
All right, so let's go. Let's be about to get to the part in the fight. Let's talk about. I want to talk about Marceau. Hold on, Sandy. I'm gonna mute you real quick. I'm gonna talk about Marceau talking to Maurice about Martell wanting back into Schultz. What did y'all think of that conversation?
Well, the whole conversation is kind of throwing me off because maybe I missed this the previous seasons, but did Marcel just now put everything in Tisha's name? He seems to be focusing on the properties and the sale of an apartment complex, etc., that Tisha has in the business. Is that new?
I don't think so, right?
I thought it was.
Right.
I keep going back to why does he keep stressing Tisha owns something this season? He hadn't done it before, so I was a little lost there.
Can I tell you what I'm not gonna do it. I'm not being mean.
No, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Mm-hmm.
No, because you're gonna be like, Monty, can we take that part out?
Why? Say it. What
I just
happened?
feel like this season he knows that he is kind of. He went to Africa without her. He knows that he's done some things, so he's trying to pump her up.
Yeah,
like he never's done before.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I love that. I mean, because I know he's
pumping her up or just speaking the truth.
But he's never done that before, Joyce. What we're saying, he's always been like, I just want you to be at home. You ain't doing this. I don't know. But this season, he's like, she's the majority.
Right, like Latoya. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, Latoya said it. That's like you and Latoya had the same brain.
It wasn't that. Okay, that's why I said, if you all remember, in the first season, it was very clear that Tisha owned Scope. That's the reason why that deal didn't go through, was because they wanted Marceau to also be on the deal as well, as because Kimmy is the owner of that one business that Maurice had, and it's very clear that Tisha was the owner.
But I don't think people understood that, Joy, because if you see in the group say like, "Oh my God, I did not know that Tisha."
Well, that's because, like I said,
they don't get
you. Couple of years has gone by and people maybe have forgotten. Like I said, I did rewatch the first season.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I can remember a couple of things. Because if you watch the first season, you watch this and you're talking to the TV almost the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's things that you know now that we didn't know then.
But we didn't know the logistics of it. I think when he explained it, it was a little more obvious. Like when they had that sit down and we figured out their names wasn't on there, people might didn't put two and two together why they were not on there if they wasn't listening. But you don't catch everything. They didn't if they wasn't listening all the way. Because you know we be watching TV
because that was the whole fight. It's the reason why the deal fell through.
But you know people be cooking food, playing with their kids. Yeah, they wasn't listening. But Sandy thinks that's Marcel's strategy. Sandy, are you done echoing? I think it took a.
I mean, we've said that.
I don't know this. Do you think that he was trying to make Martell look bad?
I can get that he was trying to make Martell look bad. But for some reason, it just stuck out to me how much he was trying to make sure we all knew that Tisha was in charge, which makes me think, I mean, I guess this is a little bit off topic, but not really. If she owns that much of the companies, then why is he trying to keep her at home pregnant and in the kitchen cooking and mopping the floor?
I told y'all that Marceau plays into the cameras. I've been telling y'all that. Marceau, if you notice the things that he say, he says it with a grin.
With a smirk.
Yeah, he plays into the camera. That's why sometimes Tisha looks at him. And the difference between Tisha and a lot of people is she covers her husband, in my opinion.
Hi, Dr. Leslie.
And when you cover your husband, you just play along. You don't call him out for BS. You just play along.
Okay,
But let me just say this. Marceau has a strategy. He's lining up his wife. Now, his wife doesn't have a clue what he's doing. But just like the hosts, Martell and Mel had a straight strategy, Marceau is the brains behind that unit. Tisha doesn't have a clue. So Marceau is
I don't agree with that anymore.
I totally disagree with that.
Can I play devil's advocate here, please?
Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna mute you while I talk. For some reason you echo with me. I feel like they're gonna tell Martell no. And it's gonna be blamed because Tish is majority owner. So instead of him manning up and saying he don't want it,
be why he's talking about
he's
it so
going to say, my wife is majority owner and you can't
Mhm.
do it. Even though he does not want to do it, Tish is going to be the blame for him not doing it. That's just
I also predict just
Absolutely.
the opposite is going to happen because Marceau doesn't like the trajectory of this show. I do believe that Marceau will say yes because he wants to see them doing more work together. And I do believe it's quite possible that they will
Hey, Gator.
work on a project together and possibly whether or not he gets back into Hope, he might not be half the owners. They might not be half and half, but he might buy portions because the Scots, I don't think would give up the majority, but I don't know necessarily. But I will say this: he could be a real partner if he got his license.
he won't do it. We're gonna talk about that too.
He would be an
Why does he
asset
not
and
want to
not
get
a
his
liability.
license? Right.
He probably has test anxiety.
Oh yeah, I know a few people with
And I
that.
don't know why, because the praxis isn't easy. And he took and passed the praxis. I don't know how many times he took it, but it looks like he and Mel had it around the same time when I looked it up. So in the elementary one is far difficult than the other ones because they have to teach every subject. The
And Mel
elementary,
didn't take it for him, right?
I want to add something to that.
I'm just playing.
you can't do
I'm
that.
just going to put it out there. Did you all see the article several years ago that Martell was locked up for being a participant in that ATM scandal? And it is said that you can always Google it. It'll come up. And also on YouTube, it'll come up. And they said because he had that felony, he can't get a license. So if you
already looked it up. I personally looked it up. Every teacher in America, in every state, you can go to teacher certification, Google their name by law. It's there. That's a done deal.
I'm talking about a builder's license. That's not a done.
He can get his teacher's license.
He don't
Then
have
he should
his
be able to get a
builder's license.
builder's license.
Melanie has
So,
hers.
but hey, look. So Sandy or whoever knows that I don't know all the details. I remember hearing about it, but
my dang on dog got my lip gloss out. You bet. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Come play me that.
I'm sorry, just that
it was said that
I'm sorry.
in fact, he was on probations from
Yeah.
He was
from
never
that
on
incident.
probation. You cannot be a felon and get a teacher's license. That whatever,
But
whatever.
That
was
was,
that before he
let
was
me
a
put it to
teacher?
you. This was after he
After the
left
teacher.
teaching.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was
Yes, it
before.
was.
No, it wasn't. You
Oh
can
my.
Google it, Sandy. It was in
Yeah.
the
It
paper.
sounds like she Google it. Sounds like Sandy looked it up too. I
You
haven't,
can
but
look.
that's
You can look it
Is
up. There's
what
a whole.
his brother-in-law Marcus is referring to. Okay?
uh-huh.
This is, and if you notice this last episode where he went down to his got another partner and the builder was trying to pull his coat to get his builder's license, and you'll see him, he was dancing all around the
Yeah,
yard
yeah,
that
yeah.
he has him. Okay, so again, he
Right.
So they
Uh-oh.
saying you wrong. So can somebody look up the dates?
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
So now we just okay. No, not so.
Sandy,
We
where's
just had
Sandy?
a teacher who was fired for messing with kids. Come to find out the teacher had a felony, so people can slip through the cracks. I'm not sure. Can you get that expunged or no, Joy? Because since you know you're in that field, even if you have it and it's expunged, can you teach or do you not know? Because he could have got it expunged. I'm not sure.
He
I
wasn't
don't know.
charged.
Oh,
Y'all
he wasn't
keep having
charged?
this. He wasn't
Okay. I
charged.
don't know. I didn't look
Other
into it.
family members were charged. He there? Arguably, they say he was. He wasn't charged.
Why wasn't he charged? Okay. I don't want to know
I mean, but
myself. I don't need to get in that.
so
Okay.
that would make sense though. That's why I was trying to hear what Sandy was saying, because if he got in some kind of trouble, he knows what he can and cannot do on the side of the law, then maybe that's why he's hesitant to take the test. Maybe there is a reason aside
This
from him just
happened
being
in
ignorant.
2005. It happened
Yeah.
on New Year's in 2000. It happened either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, because the article was written January the 1st, 2006. And it
Okay.
says authorities spent New Year's holiday tracking the robbers and a family of potential burglars. And that's the article. I have the article right here.
Okay. But
And
but
they
my
do
question
have-
is, but he wasn't. So in the article it says he wasn't charged, basically. Because I'm
His
thinking he
name
could have got
isn't
it
even in
expunged.
here. His
But if he
name
can get
isn't
his
even.
teacher, if he can get his teacher's license, he should be able to get his builders. I don't care what nobody's saying about that. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, but she was saying that the criminal stuff didn't come up until after he already had his teacher's license,
I
and
don't know.
so maybe that's why
I can
he
tell you
didn't
when he
go
got
to
his
the
teacher's
construction
license.
Yeah,
side.
look
of
up
it,
that
because it
for us.
wouldn't-
Because I mean, I don't want to down the man and all. I just okay. So why do y'all think he won't do
I
it? If
want to
it's
say they
not
got their
because of that,
license.
That's
The
the only
reason
thing
that
I
I
can think
know
of.
the order is because even if you find the documentary,
Now we know
it's
that.
kind of like a documentary that Martell
Right.
did. The reason he
Yeah.
went back to school was because of this situation.
so this
He
happened
wasn't
after
in
before.
school, and whenever this situation happened, and his name was cleared because he wasn't charged, that's what made him go back to school. That's how he met Mel. And
Okay.
that's how he finished school. That's how I happened like that. If you there's I don't, and he's talking in it. He's telling you what happened. This isn't
Where is
anything
that at?
that
What are you saying, Joy? Where
I
is that?
saw it. I want to say it's on YouTube, but I know when the show had first started, he shared it. Because when the show first started, they had two clips. It was the clip that I think was the original pilot for the show, where they was breaking in, like knocking down walls and stuff. And then there was one about Martell. It was strictly about him and how he got his start and how he got into some trouble. And they have like the article titles come up. You know how they run them across the screen real quick.
Yeah.
Right.
Because people talked about it.
So, Joy knows more than anyone on this
It's
platform.
not
What's
that
the
I know
point of the
anything on
rest
this,
of
about
y'all?
this
No, you
platform.
can leave
When this
Shakila if
show
you
had
think we
first
all
started,
unnecessary.
I pay attention.
That wasn't
Although
nice,
I have
honey. We ain't gonna have
short-term
that on here.
memory,
Bye,
I have
Felicia.
short-term memory.
I don't care.
That's not true.
She,
That's not true.
Okay,
I just
but
I have
cause
short-term memory,
everybody
Shakira.
ain't
yeah.
pro Martell to be looking
Memory
at this
loss,
light.
but I have the stuff that I can remember is insane, and the stuff that I can't remember is crazy.
Right. That's but I don't know. Anyway,
And
go
that's
ahead.
we know you're passionate even when you're wrong, but that's okay. What I'm
I
gonna
mean,
do though,
I
I want to
don't
look.
know much about Martell because I really don't care about his past.
Yeah.
The
But
only
I was
thing that
Team Holt at the beginning of this. I was
right.
100% Team Holt, and so I kind of took an interest. And here it is, a certification search.
Okay, so what Latoya is saying is that even if you was a criminal, there are programs you can go through to have that
There is.
stuff
That's
removed
why I
from
said
your
if he could
account.
get expunged,
Yeah.
because I know about expungement because I've worked in the court system, Shakila. But anyway,
Well, okay, well
It
that
was
makes
he
his.
could
sense.
have got
Wait a minute.
expunged.
His
And
certification was in 2009. He got it. It was issued March the 13th, 2009. He has what's B? Oh, he has a bachelor. Okay, class A was a master's. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, it tells what his bachelor's is, and he has a professional certificate.
teaching.
hmm And they both expired. Both of theirs expired. They shouldn't have let them expire. But I guess they
So
should
They should
so
have yeah, they shouldn't have let those
you
expire.
just went over what his teacher's information is. Is that what you're reading off, Joy?
His
License for
teacher
teaching?
certification.
Yeah, she read
Okay.
his teacher certification.
Okay. All right. That's
Because
cool. I mean, but
you can look up you can look up mine. It tells
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
when
sure.
every
So
certificate I ever had, when I was a
yeah.
sub, when I graduated. Missouri's is a lot extensive.
Well,
You
but
you
what
have to.
Sandy was saying though, I mean, it makes sense to me if that were true. That would explain to me why he didn't want to why he hasn't been trying to take the test. But yeah, I don't
hold
have
on,
all the
somebody
dates and don't
said
know all
something.
that, but I definitely will be looking it up.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
you have to realize he took the test. He said he took it and he didn't pass it. They wouldn't even let him take it.
like
Well,
the
he could have
right.
been lying though. It's not like Martell's not
No,
a liar.
I think he didn't
No,
pass
no.
it.
I mean, he said
Exactly.
both of them. They both.
Randy, Randy.
He took it. She passed it.
I mean, I don't know. I just
But I
feel
think
like
he
with
probably has
Martell,
tested
there's a
it.
reason why he does not want to do this.
Yes,
I don't know
definitely.
what it is. It could be test anxiety, but that's something that you need to get over if you want to progress in the business that he's in. I don't know if it's he don't want to put the money into it. I don't know how much the test costs, but something is holding him back. Because even the
Right.
man he's working with was like, here's the book. I've highlighted everything for you.
Exactly.
You know,
Mhm.
why
Yeah,
don't you do it?
and what if we fall out? What's going to happen then? And he's saying, well, why would we fall out? It took me and Mel 12 years to fall out. I don't know why he brought up that point, but I don't know about Martell. Something's stopping it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Sandy.
You know
Okay.
something is okay.
I
It
see
doesn't
show
matter.
Where
industry
there's
in
smoke, there's fire. Here's a
Huntsville
reason why he does
under
not have
the
it.
contractors, the
Plain
builder's
shit has it.
license site is down.
Right,
Oh,
Dr.
is it?
Childs.
Yeah, but
Nevertheless,
I
where
looked
there's
up the
smoke,
general
there's fire.
contractor.
I agree,
He,
Doctor.
he has a reason why he does not have a business license. I know he won't say. Seems like
Exactly.
he just wants to take an easy route instead of working for
Oh,
it.
here's Holton Hope.
And that could be too, because it's like he doesn't want to study. It's like he doesn't want to put forth the effort to get something that should be very important to him. And I don't understand why not. You just should not have to depend on anybody else when it's something you can do yourself. I don't
That's why
understand
I
that.
feel something is wrong there. Okay,
Right.
you can see that.
Right.
I just don't get that from him. Anyway,
And
where
he's
were
not
we
going
at?
to disclose that kind of information, So he'll just dumb himself down. Oh, I can't pass the test. No, there's something more substantial than that.
Right. I agree, Sandy. Yeah.
Gator, what do you
I think
mean
he
you
lied.
think
How
he
could he
lied? How
pass,
could
but
she
he
pass,
couldn't?
but he
He
couldn't?
couldn't.
I mean, I
Well,
feel like
now.
Mel is a little smarter than him, or at least a better test
He's a
taker
lot
than him.
smarter than him. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Okay, we said that. Okay,
Listen,
anyway.
he had it
So did
all.
and Joy was thinking that she feels like they want to show work. I feel like Marcel does want to show work, but even if they do work together, I do not think that he's going to let him have any kind of build buy-in to
Yeah.
that group.
Exactly. He
I
wants
just
to
Well,
get
don't.
to the
he's not a. If he
financial
doesn't get his license, I don't blame him. If he get his
Yeah,
license, he's not
he
a
said that.
liability. He's not a liability because I can come to the table with you. I can work all day, but if you don't have your builder's license and something goes wrong, just in case, it would fall on the shoulders of somebody else. When you come
but it's
in and
not
you license, you got
factual.
just as much to lose as I do.
Right.
Let me first say this. Marcel does not or already knows that Martel doesn't know how to conduct himself. Whenever Mel is around, he will explode. Do you want a person like that be involved in your business? They'll take you down too.
You
Well,
don't know
listen, I
what
would
he's
put
gonna
it on
do.
his
But
shortly.
Marcel's, he did say that the only way that he would even think about doing it is if he can get his license, business builder's license, and proves he's committed. Marcel don't think
That's
he's committed.
commitment. I agree with that. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
I
does
agree with
not
that.
think he's
That's
committed.
fair.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's
I wrote
fair.
that down for some reason. Um, the next thing I have is about the therapist. Do y'all want to talk about that at all? Mel and her therapist. I don't remember nothing. So
Yeah, I
I
didn't think
know
that
she
was
was
important.
what you say?
I didn't think that was an important part.
I don't know. I didn't get anything. I
Well,
just know she said that her therapist told her to create boundaries in social circles. And maybe that's why she's not filming with Martell. That's the only thing I got from that.
of course, because she knows that is a very toxic
Hmm.
relationship, okay? And she doesn't seem to be able to hold her together. He is able to bring out the worst in her.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you know you can't hold your temper, you know you have to put that person to the side. Every single scene, she starts out slow and then it's incendiary. It's he goes there, he takes her there every time. And you remember she said to one of the ladies, she says, what should we do? She says, don't have him and I in the same
In
room
the same, she
together.
said that to Kimmy. Yeah.
So
And
you know she knows she if she wants peace and that's her end game, she can't she's got to put Martell to the side. If I were her, I would do what I did with my ex-husband, okay? The
okay.
transfer point would be through a relative. I wouldn't see you, you wouldn't see me, you done, okay? Okay? We only want to talk when there's something about the kids, and that's it. That's all Martell is looking just to see her. That's why, if you
Mhm.
know, he he schedules these book signings because he's trading off her popularity, okay,
Yeah.
and then it becomes something else every single time. There they go again. So she's got to put distance between herself and Martell. That is a situation that clearly doesn't work.
That's true.
Don't think you think it works?
Well, when he was talking to Fred, he mentioned her because Fred was like, "Man, when are you gonna get your builder's license?" He was like, "Melvin was trying to get me to get those for years."
yeah.
I was
Mm.
like, "Martin, I think they both miss each other. I don't care what nobody say.
I
Even
don't
though
think
they
she.
toxic
I
and not
know
good for
one
each other,
thing.
they miss each other."
He talks about her not negatively yet. I heard what he's gonna say to Kimmy next week, but I think that because he always almost reminisce talks about her. Well,
Yeah,
Mel
about the
used to
wine
like
she
this wine.
likes.
Well,
Yeah,
Mel
How,
been telling
how's
me to
he
do so and
messed
so.
up?
So yeah, he definitely feels that. But let's be clear, bitter Melanie, we're watching
Melody, don't mess it up.
whatever.
Here
We
we
are
go again.
watching the most. I mean, it's so bad. She seems so unhappy.
You think so?
Like,
I think when she's
oh
around
Well,
my
certain people, she
God.
is.
Every
When
Who
she's
seems
around
scene is
certain people,
unhappy?
she don't
so
want to be around.
her is
unhappy.
Did you
$1,000,000
say
signs.
Destiny or
Her
who did you
husband,
say?
She
Who's
said
unhappy?
She definitely
Mel
seems
does not want to
unhappy.
be around certain
She
people.
Destiny definitely seems unhappy, but Mel seems so unhappy. happy.
Why
It's
do you? What
like
is she
nothing.
doing to you to show you
She's
that
going
she's
through.
unhappy?
Everything is stink face. Everything is. I haven't seen that girl
What?
smile. She complaining every single episode. I don't want to be her friend. I don't want to be in this room. I don't like this
That's
person. Well,
complaining.
I told everything is negative. It's a complaint.
That's
It's
No,
not
like
it's
true
not.
though.
That's setting
That's
boundaries, like her
not
therapist told
That's
her
an
to
not
do.
true.
argument.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not
Joy,
true.
that ain't true.
I
That's
don't
not
have to
complaining.
announce boundaries
That's
that
not
I
true.
set. I
Yes, you
just set them.
can. If you're on a
That's
reality show, you have to say
small
why you're not doing certain
reason
things.
why
We're not on a reality show, but
I'm
you
not
have
even
to set
about
the
to do it.
stage and the scene.
Right.
Now, is
Uh,
she unhappy about the relationship between her and Destiny? Yes. But Destiny doesn't see that relationship is at an end and should just go on with her life.
Oh, I
Because
think she
clearly,
sees it now. I think
because
initially
Mel
she
has
might have been
left the
hurt.
building, okay?
Exactly.
And
let's see.
Destiny's still coasting and holding on. What are you holding on? There's nothing to hold on
I
to,
don't
too.
think this is a
I'm
holding
wrong.
on.
Why
Huh?
I say Tish look a mess? I didn't mean to write that, but I did. Do y'all think Tish looks a mess, or was it just me?
Well, the pants probably should have been a couple sizes bigger, but she looked cute.
So Joy, everybody said they don't think she looks unhappy. They just see she's
She
Yeah, she doesn't
that's
asking
look
all she
questions.
unhappy.
everything is a complaint.
I
She
don't think Mel likes
whines
filming with
and
people. That's
yelling.
what. Yeah, she doesn't like
That's
filming with
what it
certain
is,
people.
Gator. That's exactly what it
I,
is.
That's what
while I
it is.
get that, you're going to X yourself. If that's her goal is to get off this show, that's fine. I mean, you have to realize that you have to ask yourself the question: if you can't film with none of the cast except one person, maybe it's not just the cast.
Why?
She
Because the
can't
cast
film
could
with
be more
nobody
horrible
but
to you.
Kimmy,
She likes Kimmy. She likes Tiff. She likes Stormy.
and
That's
that's
enough.
Right.
convenient.
That's enough. That's all she needs.
Think
You wanted
Wanda,
They had
Ariel
to
to be on there
bring
with you
her
filming with
on a
Martell,
friend
and
to
she could
her
be on
to
there
film
filming
with
with one
somebody. They had
person,
to bring on a friend to have
look
her
at the
film
three.
with somebody.
and she can film with Kiki. That's what you do. You bring on friends of the show you can film with. That's why when on Potomac we was like, Karen gonna have to bring a friend. Ain't nobody gonna film with her. It happens in everything. It's not like that makes you a bad person. You just don't want to film with certain people because they take you there. She's tired of being there.
I've
Exactly.
never seen a
Exactly.
reality show where you don't film with only one person on the cast. As a matter of fact, I specifically remember Andy saying the reason that he fired Phaedra was because only one person wanted to film with her.
But that's
That's
Andy. We talking
video.
about Carlos King.
I'm just saying,
Exactly.
I just don't understand why you would have be on a reality show and you we gotta bring somebody
Because she
on
got
to make
you,
a
okay.
Because
Don't forget her position, okay.
she
She's
knows she's important to the show. So he's gonna bring
and
on people that she can talk to. That's fine. I wouldn't want to be in that position where if I don't want to film with my ex-husband, I don't have to. If I want to film with the
I
people
get
who,
her not filming
if
with
I don't want to
Martell.
film with Tish
I get
because
that one.
her
That
and
one I
Destiny
get.
was in the room
you
talking
don't get
about
why
me.
people
Thank
want
you
to
for
film with
choosing Pizza
Wanda
Hut.
and
What are you
Here on
doing,
Sunday.
Callie? Mute. Go ahead.
why do you think she would want to film with Wanda and Tisha? Those are two other toxic people. So you think she should film with those two too? Really?
Wanda is a secondary person. I mean, no, I do think you should film with the primary cast.
What? I don't know.
Like I just think even if you're trying to figure it out, you're in a situation where you ain't even trying
We about
to
to.
pretend like we gonna try to figure this thing out. We just not
She
gonna get in
did.
a room together.
She
You
She
walked in
doesn't
that
feel that
she
Tisha
walked
and
in that
Wanda
thing
are
with
on a
Kimmy
level.
and she said, "Hey, everybody." Tish was on. I'm gonna tell you what was happening. Tish was on her phone, looking down, texting Destiny, talking about Heifer. You said you was gonna be here early like me, so we can do this tag team thing. You ain't here yet. Hurry up and get here so we can go in.
Alexa,
Oh
stop.
my gosh.
And she did
Mm.
not look up from that phone until Destiny got there. Once Mel got there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so what do you have to say now, Joy?
I don't
Because she
have
walked in,
nothing to say.
hey, how y'all doing? They played
I
a game.
mean,
She said that they
she
played
said they
games.
played 5 games.
Yeah, and she said that she had to tell Destiny what she liked about her. She told her what she liked about her. Destiny told, like they were having, it was
Yeah, I
working.
heard it was several games.
Yeah, it was working, and then all of a sudden, Tish was like, "You talking about me and my husband? What? Y'all can't say that was on her." Tish brought that up.
I
Mhm.
mean, she was though.
What did she say about her and her husband? Tell
Something
me.
happened in between there.
Oh,
Them 5 I don't know how many games. I'm over exaggerating. Had played
No, it was
several
three. It was
games.
three to
She didn't
five
say how
games.
many. Yeah, she said they had played several games. And the reason that because people have really been mean to her. She
To
said the
who?
reason that she got involved, huh,
To who? People
to
been mean to
Stormy.
who? I didn't hear. Stormy. Okay, I got you.
Stormy. And Stormy had popped in one of the groups and said the reason that she was so irritated is that they had been there for like 4 hours and they had been going backwards and forward. So what we saw was the tail end of a conversation. She said they
Yeah.
had been talking in circles. It was her. I wish I could find.
Oh,
Let me
I
see
got
if
it
I.
because Belle did a live too. She said, and I don't know if Tish did, but she said they was playing games. They was Tish and then they were both giving Kimmy pushback because they didn't want to play the games, and it was
mm-mm.
some back and forth. And Kimmy was trying to get. She said Kimmy corrected them a few times. They only showed her do it once or twice. Kimmy was kind of trying to mediate, but I think getting them all together in that one room it's not gonna work. It's just
Mm-mm.
not gonna work.
Too far
I feel
gone.
like when Kimmy went back and told Mel and I don't maybe they were talking about Marceau more than we saw, but she after Tish watched that back and see what was said, she gonna feel like a fool because it wasn't enough for her to act the way she's acting, especially how she done been about other people and their husbands cheating.
Well, but that's the issue because it's about what Kimmy told her.
Right. That's what I'm. Yeah, it's about what
Yeah,
Kimmy told.
because it's about what Kimmy told her. But I will say this: it still feels like Mel invited her cousin almost for the sole purpose of that. Had I seen her in upcoming scenes filming with her, maybe I'll feel
Mm-hmm.
different. I'm talking about Tisha's cousin
You talking about
because
Kiki?
it does seem weird, yeah, Kiki,
Yeah.
that thus far she hasn't filmed with her afterwards. And for her, she almost cornered her in a situation where somebody, because it wasn't, I don't think she mentioned it. I can't remember. Somebody had asked Kimmy about, I think it was Stormy.
About
And
the
I think
picture.
that Stormy is being used as well to work as Mel's mouthpiece. I don't and I think that
Oh
they're
Lord,
both
Mel got
using each
power,
other
honey. That
because
child got some
no,
power.
I said that they're using each other. Stormy most certainly already is set financially, but maybe she wants the notoriety. And I think that she's
Oh,
definitely
Stormy
working
represents.
as her
Trust.
mouthpiece.
Wow, Mel is a powerful heifer, I tell you, because you gonna
This
have me
ain't
come
got
on the
nothing to do
show
with being
and be your
powerful. When
mouthpiece.
you
I
when
can't be
you
my own
when
mouthpiece.
somebody bringing you on and you have an interest in what they're doing, you're going to play. I'm your best friend. I got
So
your
she
back.
can't just be genuinely
No,
curious
she didn't
about
like the
I
way
saw
it
like we
double.
are, because I don't know Mel or Stormy or Marceau them,
Not
and I'm
when you
sitting here like,
heighten the
look,
situation.
and I'm
Not
sitting
that
here
she's
like,
not
why did
making the
he post that
situation
picture?
better though.
But she might really want to know, why did he post that picture? That that may be what
But
she want to know.
who?
I can
But
see
why
it
you
both ways a little
no?
bit. I think that Mel maybe she did bring Kiki just to spite little Tisha Tish.
Now I
So
see that,
Tish.
but not Stormy.
Maybe so, but the fact is her and Kiki knew each other before her and Tisha. So even though she
Okay,
was
I have
there, it
problem with
shouldn't
that.
mean anything at all. I mean, maybe it did, but it shouldn't matter. She has known Kiki longer. And her and Kiki,
That's
like
neither
they
here nor
said,
there.
it
She's been
is
on this
here
show for
and
4
there,
years and
Joyous.
she's never
It
been
is
to
here
her
and
event.
there. It's both.
Okay,
Yes, it is.
but how
Now,
do y'all know that not Stormy, that Kiki was not supposed to be a friend of the show, and this is just their way of weaving her into the storyline? I mean,
Well,
like
to my
this,
understanding, she
and we
Well,
don't
was
know.
was
supposed
to be, but Tisha knocked that down. Okay,
What
and
Tisha
so
say?
yeah.
that's why Kiki didn't get on the show because Tisha
Yeah,
made
Jonathan.
sure that that didn't happen. Okay, so
yeah, it's a TV show. That's what I'm saying. So maybe this is something that they do to get us talking. I don't feel like males like Stormy. You got to say this, and you got to do this,
I
and
don't
you got to
think
do
that she's
that. I
saying
don't
that,
feel like
but
she. I
I
feel like
don't
she
think
may
she's
be
doing
generally
that either.
curious.
Yeah, I don't think that she's
Okay,
doing
well,
that
you let
either.
somebody say
But
somebody's
I do think
mouthpiece.
she's working as her mouthpiece
Like Wanda
because
versus Tisha's mouthpiece.
exactly.
Okay.
I do believe it. I don't think Tisha tells her mama say this. Don't she tells her mama something that she know is going to make her mad and
Yeah.
she knows she's
Right.
going to react. It's just like Stormy. Look, Stormy
I
seems.
agree with that.
I would like to see Stormy outside of Melanie because she might be a cool girl.
I think she cool
I'm
with
just
Melanie,
saying.
but all right.
But
She's
when
cool.
you,
I think she
I
cool
mean,
as
she
hell.
seems like a cool girl, maybe, but I would like to see her outside of Melanie because
You
that's
have
what
with Tiffany.
that wasn't really favorable either.
So I agree with this too, Gator. Good thing Mel didn't go by herself. It's obvious they planned to confront Mel. They did, and that's what I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
If I could get Tish text
Planning the
messages,
double team up.
I promise you, she texting Destiny the whole time. Like, girl, are you still at
Yeah.
the stoplight? Have you left your house? Did you cut another hole in your dress? How many
I
holes
believe
you got
that.
to cut in this dress before you walk out the house in it? Because I'm ready to go.
I believe that, Gator, though. I agree with what he's saying because I understand why Tisha might have wanted to question her. But Destiny and Melly had already had their
Yeah.
conversation about their friendship. So the fact that Destiny was on 10 so easily, I was a little shocked by that. Definitely there was an issue, but they had supposedly already talked their issues out.
I think she's hurt because they're not friends. I think Kiki should have been invited at the dinner, but just like Mel had a right to invite who she wanted at her sleepover, Kimmy had the right to invite who she wanted at this dinner.
Yeah.
But I do think and I don't think Kimmy really wanted all that to come out at this Galentine's thing, but she should have known that it was.
That, Monty. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Kimmy is very smart, and she knew the dynamic between having Kiki there with Tisha would just offset what she was trying to go after. That would not be a good fit. So she chose.
But Tisha did look like a big old high school fool up in there with them tennis shoes. Came in
She
there
did.
just to start trouble. I'm like, girl, if you don't go put on some bigger
Yes,
pants,
she was right. Okay.
just
And
a mess.
it's crazy to me because people were like, you see this girl with this Teen Wifey shirt on, trying to prod at her with that, coming in with these pants on and these tennis shoes. Talking about, can I call her B? Da, 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 da. She came
in on
She was
preschool level. A mess.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair was cute though.
I never seen anybody act like that. Somebody said she had the warrior princess braid. I never seen a person act like that just because they're not friends anymore. I don't know. Maybe Destiny is truly confused why they're not friends. And I feel like if Destiny and Mel could sit in a room without all these other people, again, they may. I said again, yeah, but just with all these other people, and not try to say, well, you didn't call me, I didn't call you, but just say, this is what I think I heard between the door, the whatever. Was it you? Was it your voice? Why did you stay? Like the simple little stuff we're talking about. Instead of you didn't text me, you didn't call me. Just, it's just stupid high school stuff they're doing. It makes me wonder if Destiny's trying to fight for her marriage like she's trying to fight for a dead friendship. I think Destiny didn't want to get divorced, right? Wasn't she shocked about her divorce?
3 days after giving birth, you would think.
Her papers. But I think that it wasn't working because she said that the reason that she think he filed is because she said when she was in the hospital and she had the baby, she said we're gonna have to do better because if we keep on like this, we ain't gonna make it. And he took that and filed for divorce.
That's crazy.
Well, you know what
it don't make sense.
though.
Do you believe that, Joy? It just don't make sense.
Well, I believe that you you could be in a conversation with somebody and the situation be hostile, and people are looking for outs. It's strange
No.
because they had been together for 5 years,
Right.
and it's really
But Valerie
strange
said to
because
her
they
that
had
if she
fought
didn't
so
take his last
hard
name,
to have they had fought so hard to have a baby. This wasn't a oops. It was a well, I ain't gonna say it was an oops pregnancy, but she said that she had been doing IVF and it didn't
Right.
work.
They went through a lot.
And
Right.
naturally, they were planning their wedding, and then she got pregnant. Naturally. And
Oh,
so this when couples are fighting for a family, usually they create a bond, you
yeah.
know,
Yeah. They.
but
I
around
think I think that he
that's
didn't show
where
up on
the
the show because I think there's something he didn't want to get out on national television. He broke up 3 weeks after the fact. When did they sign up to come on the show? Would be my question. I think he filed for divorce or everything fell apart because she agreed to be a part of that show, and he doesn't want his life in that big spotlight. That's the
well,
way I see it.
according to what she said, they were supposed to be that a new couple. And some she didn't specifically say, but he no longer wanted to do the show
Show.
anymore.
Right.
And so he just figured that if I drop out, she won't be able to continue on because they were looking for a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that fell apart. He dropped out and they kept her. I tend to think that it had something to do with this
So
show as
you
well.
think if she wouldn't have been on the show, maybe
I don't know, but
I
I
don't know
tend
though.
to
If you
think
need to
that
risk it on
added
him,
because she did mention it. She
they
said
don't
that
seem
they
like
were
they're
supposed to
stable.
sign on for
Yeah.
whatever season that they were on. The next season, they were supposed to sign on as a new couple. Maybe I don't know that she didn't say this. Maybe the new Tiffany and Lewis or something.
Yeah.
But I want to add this to the pot. Do you remember when you saw LeBarrett was having that conversation with her and it was heated? And he said right there in the conversation that if she didn't take his last name, that was it.
Yeah.
And she was vehemently arguing that she wanted to keep her last name because of her mother and her brother.
But does
And
she have both the names? Like, is it her last
yeah,
name
she
and his?
had,
So why is he
exactly.
mad? Why Callie just went away? Why? I mean, I don't understand that. Why is she? Why is he upset about that?
Well, she didn't want to
I
hype
can't
it.
imagine that that's it, bro.
That can't be it. I
Well,
don't know.
and then
Oh,
she
hold on,
said
my
she
phone is
wasn't,
going off.
that they were going to go to therapy about it, and the next thing you knew, they were divorced.
All right, so let's move a little bit quicker because we got like maybe 10 more minutes. I think Destiny befriended the Scots because Mel is on her way out. There you go. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's the case. I think that she befriended them also because they're about to build her suites, and she might get a discount as a friend. That's just my thought. But you know, I'm petty and shady. Um. Yeah. I will. He realized she was a gold digger. Does he have
Yeah.
money?
Who's
Okay.
the
His
gold digger?
family.
Destiny? What I
Destiny.
miss?
His family didn't approve of her at all, and
Oh,
she was spending all the money. See, we're just hearing Destiny's side. We're not hearing his side. So
okay.
I'm thinking some of this ain't
Well,
the math ain't
again,
mathing, but it could be right. I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know how you could necessarily be a gold digger. Now she might have gone through a lot of money, but let's
Right.
be honest. This girl wasn't sitting around eating bonbons
Right.
and ordering Versace. She literally started a business as soon as she got after she moved to Huntsville. She
He's so
literally
yeah. That's why
started a
it's more
business.
to the story. I don't care when I
I'm
don't know what
sure it
you know,
is.
but
It because
I
she
don't
only
know if it's
gave
what Vader's
her
saying.
side, but
Yeah.
she had nice things to say about him. One of the things that she said, he was one of the hardest working men she ever knew in her life. That he worked at, he got her. She said he gets up every morning and barbecues the meat for the restaurant for the day, and then he goes to work 8 hours at Boeing, and then he leaves Boeing and then goes back to the restaurant.
Oh, he works at Boeing?
Yeah,
Like
he
the
has a
air
full
place,
time
the air.
job.
Okay. But
Oh,
Yeah.
just so whatever the issues were, though, I mean, you're gonna leave your wife 3 weeks after giving birth. I mean, was it that serious? If you can't stay together, like this. But 3 weeks after your new baby, you're going to leave
Something's
the
wrong,
woman that
right?
you gave birth. Something ain't right.
Something ain't
But
right.
you
I
know,
agree, Callie.
Mhm.
I don't think he wants to share his side, but it's
that's
something.
what I think.
He's
That's
Um,
why
I
I
trying to.
mean,
think he didn't do the show.
she said that one of the questions that they asked was that she implement, help try to grow his business and stuff. She said one of the things that she made clear is that I don't know what word she used, but I got the impression that she wasn't welcome there. That this was his family's business because I don't think
yeah,
this
she
is
wasn't
just
welcome.
him. Because he, like again, he works somewhere in the middle of the day, but other people hold it down, and I know his mother is involved. I don't
Oh,
think they liked her.
Somebody wants to know with what money
And
she.
he's the only child because she compared him to Martell, how
He's
spoiled
the
he
only
was.
child. I'm the only child too,
He's
but
the
I think
only
only children get a
child,
bad rep.
boy,
No,
and they're spoiled. She mentioned that.
I agree. Probably so.
I
Um,
thought y'all listened to her interview.
I didn't.
Oh,
I
Y'all
ain't
know
got
I
that kind of
didn't.
patience. Mm-mm.
So what money is she building the salon with? Did she say on that interview, Joy, or no?
she didn't.
Oh, she did. Okay, she may have gotten a loan. Can she still get a loan?
yes, she said she got one
Yeah.
after
So
She
the
got
fact.
that's
her
probably what.
PPP loan. She didn't
No,
get a
just
lot
a
of
regular
money.
business, small business loan.
Oh, she might have gotten that, yeah.
Yeah.
And she could qualify for another one. It wasn't they had another set of loans. I know a lot of people that got the small loans initially 15, $20,000,
Hey, hot
and then they
Steph.
redid it again and got real nice size loans to really grow their businesses. I know a lot of people who had legit businesses, y'all, who were able to grow their company because of those loans during that time.
Uh, yeah, I
But
understand his child is his legacy. Somebody is saying that Classy K, but I still don't think you should divorce your wife because of that. I don't know.
and
Well,
Um,
especially if they
Destiny
had
has
been
moved
dating for
on, honey,
5
because she
years.
had a boo on her birthday.
I saw that. I didn't post it because I didn't really know if that was her boo or not. Could have just been a man
Mhm.
she was hugging, but
That's true.
hopefully it's
But
her
I,
boo.
I tend to think it was because why would
Right.
you put that on your story?
And why did she block his face out? Is he ugly or just you don't want people to know?
Come
Cause he
on,
could, I mean, ain't nothing
Monica.
wrong with ugly man.
Oh,
He
I
just make
thought
people
you
better.
blocked his face. I thought you blocked his face out.
No,
No,
she
I
sent it out
didn't. Mm-mm.
blocked. Yeah, I blocked it with something cute, but she just sent it out blocked basic.
Right.
Okay,
Um,
I thought y'all blocked it out. I don't know.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
but
Maybe
she
why
she
didn't.
ain't ready for us to start looking them up and stuff. Y'all know how us fanatics do.
So
question?
I'm
Go ahead,
glad they
Taylor.
didn't get really ghetto and fight and all, but had they,
Oh
oh, that would
God.
have been a good fight, wouldn't it?
I just don't want them to fight, but
Me
okay, this
either.
is my question.
But
And
Destiny
is this
wasn't. Look,
messy?
Destiny
Who do
was
y'all think would
about
have
to be
won?
bowdy bowdy.
When I
I
tell
don't
y'all,
know.
okay, I'm finna get real messy on here.
Okay, do it, because I was
I
about
can
to, and I
tell
want
you
you to do it.
one thing. First of all, Destiny from the D. I don't think that mean much,
Because
but
Kenya from
Destiny
the D
looked like she
too.
could throw some hands. Let me say this:
Okay.
Mel never got out of her seat, okay, but
Because she
Stormy
was the
did.
smartest of
So
the
Mel
bunch.
was
Mel
using
got
her
out of her
one
seat.
hand.
Mel
Mel
Let me
did
got out
get
of
finish.
out
her
of her
seat.
seat.
She did
Let
get
me
out of her
finish.
seat.
Yes,
Okay,
but
go
Now,
it
ahead.
wasn't
she
provokingly.
initially, that's two, three people had to hold Destiny. Mel's little arm had to hold Stormy.
Stormy was not even trying to just attack her. And I'm gonna tell you this: the person who act like they
I
really want to
know.
fight. Let me tell you something. The person who really be like, hold me back, bitch, you don't really
She
want to
never
fight.
said
I don't
that.
care what
Exactly.
nobody say.
Yeah,
The
but
person that's
then
doing that,
she
because
never
I'm gonna tell you
said that.
this: I'm not a fighter, but I will fight you. We ain't having no conversations. If you want to fight me, I ain't gonna use all my energy saying hold me back, because I can't. I'm older now. I
Nobody
need to be able to
said
breathe.
that. You just making up a
She
narrative.
said, no, I'm just saying that's what her reaction was. She was, and so they was
No.
pushing her back. If she wanted to fight that girl, she would have fought that girl. Destiny don't want no smoke. She shouldn't, because she old and she gonna break some bones, just like
Oh,
Stormy. But
Destiny's not even 40.
you shouldn't be fighting after 30, Callie.
Nobody should be fighting, period.
You
But you
should
think she
be
was
fighting,
old?
period.
Right, but I'm just saying, really, after
with that.
30, you should not be fighting. Not at all.
be
She
aware
said
of
after
following
30.
dollar signs and not
Destiny was
jeopardize
not trying to fight nobody. I don't
things.
know if being from the D mean you can fight, because Kenya from the D, and I don't think she fight. But I think it would have been a good fight. So you think Destiny would have won Dory? Dory Joy.
Wait a minute. She said, all I kept hearing is Tiffany. She said, I thought you lived in Baltimore. I lived in Baltimore, Atlanta, and Nashville, and I whoop you in all three of them.
That's
And
why
I
she talk a lot of game. When people talk like that, they ain't no real fighters. When people talk, because I feel like Tish can fight, but you don't ever hear Tish saying, I'm going to beat you up. I feel like people who brag about they're going to beat you up, don't talk about it, be about it. She swears she got that BDE. I don't think. Anyway, who you think Sandy would have won?
I don't know. I'm just
well,
saying.
I don't think actually that
Not,
Mel would have gotten in a fight with her. I really don't, because Mel is following the dollar signs, okay? And she's not going to jeopardize her bag for anyone, okay?
I'm talking about Stormy and Destiny. I don't think Mel was going to fight anybody.
Well, I think Stormy would have won that,
I
okay?
do too. What do you think, Callie?
I'm
Yes,
seeing
what do you
food. I'm
think?
sorry. Hold on.
Look, Latoria, I'm not telling the truth though. If people fight, they don't do all that. The same way the name was important to her, it can equally be to him. She says she has BDE. That's true. Tish can't
Well,
help.
one of the things that she did admit is that she has an emasculating tongue. She said I emasculate him. She actually said those words.
To Destiny.
Hmm.
Oh, I can see that.
I
Tish
believe
can't
it.
help because she doesn't have a mother to give good influence. I don't think Wanda's going. Want Stormy.
My money is on who?
Stormy. Some people are saying Stormy. I don't want them to fight. I do feel like Stormy probably has fought too, her and Destiny. But I do feel like Destiny was putting on the show. I don't think she was gonna fight nobody. I just don't.
Well, I do. I think
You all
Destiny
think
would have fought. I absolutely think
I
Destiny
don't
would have
think
fought.
Destiny was gonna bust a grape. I don't care what y'all say.
Of course, I'm glad they didn't, but that would have been a good showdown.
It would have been, but she didn't want to fight her for real. She
well,
didn't want
we
to
know
fight
they
her.
don't have bodyguards on this show.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't think Destiny would want to fight her. Because she didn't know what she was potential. Now, if you grow up with somebody, you know their potential, but she didn't know what was going on. She don't want to get beat up on camera, and I wouldn't either. Neither one of them.
But
Let's
did y'all
see what
watch
else.
the live that Stormy did?
Not yet.
Because she was talking about how she was bullied in school and how people used to talk bad about her, talk about her nose. And she had some issues in school. So she's not really one to fight, but she will fight. She said, if she needs to.
It breaks my heart because Stormy has features like an African American woman, a black woman. She has a nose, she has lips, and for us to sit here and be like, with her big old lips and her big old nose, bothers me.
And her natural hair.
Her natural hair that will freeze up in the rain.
Me too.
I mean, there was a post like that, Joe. You had to see it. And it upset me because this person didn't look better than Stormy. Her hair was nothing. And I'm sitting here like, and she had a big nose and big lips too. And I'm sitting here like, do you not like yourself? When you look in the mirror, do you not like yourself?
First of all, I think her hair, I would give a pinky toe.
I just
her hair is very nice. Some people are just mean in general. That's stupid. But she was bullied pretty badly. And then she said when she finally found a group of girls that she could be friends with, they were all sisters. And she finally felt like she had met her tribe. And then at school one day, one of those sisters said, well, Stormy, we don't really like you. We just use you because of your car.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. So Stormy said that made her just put her walls up higher and higher and higher.
Thank you, Classy. I agree too. All of them are really beautiful women. And it just hurts my feelings. I was about to ask y'all a question. It left me. Do y'all think that Tish was jumping in a lot on the conversation? I feel like, Carlos told her to jazz it up. And I feel like she went overboard. Cause she don't let it, or it could be she's just used to being able to interrupt. But she just wouldn't let anybody finish their sentences to me.
Girl, you can't sit there and talk about me, have a discussion literally about me, and then say I can't say nothing.
It's
Because
not
that was the reality, is the question. They would literally, that's what Tisha kept saying. She said, so I'm just supposed to pretend like y'all ain't talking about me. That's
what
what
they
she
was
was
talking about.
that
Okay,
she
so
kept
if I'm sitting here and I'm like, you in the room talking about me to Tish, she said, well, what did I say? Tish didn't need to interject right there. She did not. Mel was supposed to be answering. She never let her answer. Never. She kept interrupting. You was talking about
I
my
did want
husband.
the answer. I really wanted her to answer that.
Right. And she just kept on interrupting. So I was sitting there and I was like, I can't
And I didn't hear
handle
her
it.
say girl that much. I didn't
I
even
didn't
notice that
either.
she,
I didn't hear her say
yeah,
it that
but
much.
apparently she did.
I didn't hear it. Cause Mel said, so you're gonna get on to me, but you're not gonna get on to her. And I was
I
like, for
mean,
what?
girl is a little bit different
Then bitch.
than
But
female dog.
well,
But
she was pissed by that point. I ain't gonna lie. She was like, let me talk. Like if you would just let me talk. I wish you wouldn't have done that. Okay, y'all. We got anything else? Because we need to do Atlanta. We got 5 minutes. So come on. Anything else? Are y'all ready to jump on? Let's see.
Y'all have any other questions on
well, I have something to say about uh in the Atlanta program with uh um
We about to dive
Mar-
into
We about to do
Atlanta.
Atlanta next, Sandy. So don't say it yet.
okay.
We about to
All
jump
right.
off of here and go to Atlanta. Um,
Okay.
only thing I had was I'm gonna put you on because for some reason you mess with me is when Tish. Do y'all think that Mel needs to just tell Tish what she knows?
No, that's
If
what
she
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 know,
needs
said.
to put up or
No,
shut
she
up
doesn't need
about it.
to.
so you think she needs to stop saying it? But why are people so mad at Mel, but not at Wanda, not at Marceau for not answering the questions, not at Wanda for bringing it up at every time they talk?
Well, they mad at
Well,
Mel
I
because
think
it's
the
not
difference
Mel's
is
business.
even if you don't like their answers, they're answering questions. Wanda goes
Marceau
to the
don't answer
source.
no
She goes,
question.
he dances around an answer, but he kind of sort of does. The
No,
Melanie is this
No.
is the thing. If you go back to the original, Tisha started this, hands down.
right. She
I
did.
would never argue that. Tisha
Mm-hmm.
started this. Because if you go back to the second episode, it's Tisha who actually told us that Martell had a girlfriend. He
Right.
called her a boo thing. That's the second episode.
Yeah.
First season, I 100% agree. But also in the second half of the first season, Tisha and Melanie sat down and had a conversation. Now the conversation went left, but before the conversation went left, Tisha flat out said,
Joy, you froze.
why are
There you go.
you telling me you know stuff, but you won't tell me?" And she said, believe me anyway. At the time, I thought it was a legitimate claim. I really did because I didn't believe that she would have believed her anyway. And the problem is, it didn't stop there. So you're not telling her what you know, but you're tweeting stuff. You're answering questions on
About it.
Instagram Live about it. You're sending out in the windows that he's having an affair. He had an affair with her hairdresser.
Her
You're
hairdresser, right.
you're dropping nuggets along the
But
way.
then, but at the
That's the
reunion, Tish said
problem.
she
That's
didn't want
why
nobody to
when
tell.
Tisha initially said you're trying to ruin my marriage, I thought it was ridiculous. Say it again.
But at the reunion, Tish said she didn't want nobody to tell
What
her.
you
She
say?
wanted God to lay it on her lap like he laid it on Mel's. At that first reunion, they had on gold.
Well, I
Mel
think
had on the
three
gold
years
dress.
in, at this point, anything. I remember when she said that. Well, it wasn't
Okay,
that. Egypt asked her, would she want to know? If somebody
right.
was to tell you right now, would you want to know? And she was like, well, I mean, just like she found out, I'll find if something goes wrong, I'll find out. And God will lay it on my lap just like he laid it on hers.
You think Kiki gonna lay it on her lap?
I mean, I don't know.
So the last
I
question,
don't
and we got
know.
to go. Do you
I
guys think
mean,
Marceau is cheating and Tish knows, but she is showing a united front for TV and business? I feel like possibly, but she's doing the right thing if that's what's happening. Because if I ain't bothered, y'all don't need to be bothered. If she like it, I love it.
Um, I,
well, it's not that it's not.
I don't think he's cheating. He might be, but I think it will come out. Until then, he's trying to pump her up and make her feel like the only love is life, and that's good enough for me to see. They need to work it out
Right.
on their own. I don't know that we'll ever know the truth.
What are you gonna say, Joy?
Victoria,
And then we gotta leave.
the question you asked, what's wrong with that? It's in a worldly way, it isn't. You do me, I'm gonna get you back. And I understand that point. The problem is Melanie wants to say God said go. I'm higher,
Right.
I'm above, but you're not. Your behavior doesn't reflect it. Nobody's asking or thinking anybody has to be perfect, but she's showing that she's with the petty. Because
Right.
if you know something, you just don't say nothing. If your thing isn't, if you're not trying to give this girl this information, if you feel like you got it, then you don't say nothing. But let me also say this: Melanie has said some things that has not panned out, because she said the hairdresser that Marceau was messing with her hairdresser. She did that in a tweet. And Marceau and Tisha had the girl on a live with them. Now,
Did she
is
say
it
that for real?
still?
Didn't Coleslaw say that wasn't true either? Coleslaw said you had your husband's
She did.
mistress.
I'm just saying.
And y'all, you
But
said
I'm just,
Coleslaw ain't never lied.
I didn't say that. I just
Oh,
said
yes,
that I don't think she's lying. I don't think
okay.
she's lying, and she still might not be. I said, y'all didn't let me finish because I was
I'll
literally
let
about
you
to
finish.
say,
Go
is
ahead.
it still possible that
Yeah.
she slept with her? Yes. But if I heard my husband was sleeping with Sandy, and I went to Sandy and said, Sandy, I heard you sleeping with my husband. Sandy be like, girl, there ain't no truth to that. I would go in front of, she literally went on a live with them and said, I don't even know where she getting this from. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Well,
That's
Tish got
what
a new
they did
hairdresser, right?
together. Now, is it still possible? It is. But they
Tish got a new
disputed it
hairdresser.
together.
But
You
she got a
supposed
new
to be
hairdresser.
you supposed to be mad at him because everybody saying no. The two people are saying no.
Well,
It
I'm
ain't
not
nothing
gonna
you
say
can really
yes.
do.
Joy, if I am sleeping with somebody's husband, I'm not gonna be like, let's go on this live and me say yes. Unless you Areola. She the only one proud.
That's
Listen.
not just that. But I mean, you
Okay. She
to
got a new
say
hairdresser.
no,
We
I'm
gotta say
not
that.
sleeping with your husband. I wouldn't go on no
Yes,
live with him.
and
Why
they
you gotta
paid
do
her
that?
to
I'm not
say
doing
it.
that. I wouldn't
Marcel
do
paid
that.
her to say that.
And
I'm
I
just like,
can't.
we don't know. I hadn't done no allegedly. Lord Jesus. We allegedly. We don't know.
We don't know.
Right.
That's
I'm
my
just saying we
point. Is
don't know.
that Melanie has
Right.
put things out there that hasn't panned out.
Right.
That's
And we
all I'm
don't know.
saying.
We don't know. Okay. This is
And
allegedly.
she one of her tweets that somebody just not tweets. You know them IG question and answers that you can
Uh-huh.
do. Somebody just put out one that she did last year, and the question, the person I screenshot it. The
Well, we
person
gotta go,
asked,
Joy. So you got it.
the person asks, were you and Tisha friends when Marceau allegedly cheated on her? And Melanie answered, no, they were not. And when something is done and over, there is no need for me to talk about old news to a woman. So I chose not to. If it was something that was currently happening, it would have been different.
Okay. Well, I just feel like Tish got a new hairdresser, so that is why. But anyway, y'all, we will be back in 1 minute. I'm gonna close this one and we are going to start at Atlanta. I don't think we're gonna be on there that long because I ain't got a lot of notes, unless y'all do. All right. We'll be back in 1 minute. All right.